Good evening, everybody. All right, there we go. Set up and good to talk. I am Radplaid Dad. I'm joined this evening by Antlers.
How's it going?
Great. We've got some Zelda 1 randomizer action for everybody here tonight on Randomania 2. It is DrJayPHD against Maligord. This is the bracket flags of the all boards, no swords randomizer tournament. We will be underway in just a moment.
This is a second round matchup. This is the first race for both runners. Dr. J advanced through his first round due to an exit from the tournament. And Maligord got a first round bye, I believe. So these runners are gonna break both their bracket flags in here relatively shortly. Just waiting on them to both ready up. It looks like we do have a countdown, so we'll be starting here pretty quick.
Alrighty, we'll discuss what these flags look like in just a moment. Oh man, that starting location.
Yeah, that's not the friendliest of starting locations. To be sure, they're gonna have to go around through the river area to get to anything. And you got blue Darknuts guarding
boy,
vanilla white sword.
That white sword cave better be something great. It's probably a thief.
Yeah, well, the good news is we do have a candle shop on the start screen, so as soon as they have 44 rupees, if they haven't found a candle already, we'll probably see an immediate up A right back to where they were. The good news is there's no mirrored overworld, so the bracket flags can have mirrored overworld. That's one of the changes from the Swiss flags. It also doesn't give you a candle right away on the first screen that you start on. And it can also have second quest dungeons in the mix. Second quest dungeons are more difficult to traverse. They add more staircase rooms generally. They have tougher enemies as well.
Invisible walls!
Yeah, you got the walk-through walls, so you got to check all the walls to see if you can walk through them in certain dungeons. Not all the second quest dungeons, but several of them. And also, fewer keys. With second quest dungeons, you get much fewer, or far fewer keys than you do in first quest dungeons.
Right. And what's great about this is our runners might find first quest shapes in, say, 1 through 6, but they still could be dealing with second quest rooms in those dungeons, because 7 through 9 could be second quest. So just because they may find an early map in a 1 or 2 that shows us first quest, that does not mean that we're not still dealing with second quest rooms and rules. So it's going to be wild.
So they're both kind of taking the same path here. Maligord unfortunately took a death to those Armos. We haven't found our Armos item yet. Dr. J is checking out the grave area here for possible open caves. Another thing that we have is mixed quest overworld, so they've got to check second quest overworld spots as well as first quest overworld.
Very true. So you'll see them maybe making these checks you're not used to seeing. Similar pathing a little bit here. It looks like Maligord's gonna do a screen wrap here to check that other Armos, which I don't blame him. Checking that Armos as soon as possible. Guaranteed item. Can't be opposed to seeing that.
Yeah, in these flags especially, I 100% agree with prioritizing the Armos above all else, and Maligord takes a rough death there. You want to at least see if that's the item before you die, because now he's got to go back there to see if it's the item. At this point, if I'm Maligord, I might just kind of roll the dice and go to the eastern Ormos spots instead of that one and pray that that wasn't the item.
Let's say check. Oh my gosh, 1 rupee bombs.
Well, that's always nice to see in these flags.
Man.
When you've got no other offense to speak of, really, 1 rupee bombs is about the best thing you can.
And a medium secret's 39 rupees. So,
Very
hey, I always
secret.
like to say, as long as your bomb price is less than your medium secret, you can kind of manage yourself really well. But bombs are definitely a premium, especially if you have those second quest rules going on, because you're going to be doing a lot of digging and hoping and bombing and praying. So having those 1 rupee bombs is going to be huge for these runners.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if we have second quest dungeons, because second quest dungeons tend to eat up your bombs a lot quicker than first quest dungeons as well.
Oh, and there's our blue candle near Lake Hylia.
Yeah, that's a good find for Dr. J too. That definitely makes this area worth it. Also, he found a couple of door repair penalties over here, and you don't really want to find door repair penalties unless you don't have any rupees. If you have 0 rupees, about the best thing you can find is door repair penalties, because that means you're not going to be finding them when you do have rupees for them to steal.
Alright, so we've got our any roads here. I like that up in the coast area. We got one in the forest, one in the deadwood. No dungeon finds yet. Oh, and just as I say that, we find level 3, Maligord.
And this is going to be first quest level 3, so that's a relief to see, I'm sure, if he's recognized that. Maligord's pretty seasoned here. I'm sure he has instantly kind of pegged that as first quest level 3. That doorway on the left gives it away, because where he's at in the dungeon, there cannot be a doorway left in second quest level 3. It's completely vertical.
Yep, and there's a heart container, a welcome sight to get him to 4 hearts. Those nope ropes in that bracket room. Oof.
Yeah, that could be dangerous. And the thing is, that could be our staircase if we have second quest levels 7 through 9. The way that works is that typically could not be a push block room in first quest 3, but if we have second quest dungeons in the mix, it can switch the staircase rooms and put second quest rooms in first quest dungeons.
It's pretty simple, really.
So Dr. J taking another stab at this Armos spot here.
Oh, gets the any key out of the Armos spot. That's pretty nice. I'll take that. Especially the risk of maybe second quest still on the table.
And hopefully Maligord didn't secretly hear me there when I said I would go over to the east, because that's exactly what he's done. And it's a play that I would have made, taking the death where he did. So I agree with the play. It just, man, it turns out to be almost disastrous for him if he doesn't go back there pretty soon, because that any key is one of the most powerful items you can find early in a swordless seed.
Maligord electing to make the purchase for the blue candles, get some offense here. And yeah, Maligord did that screen wrap, was so close to that any key right away, and obviously we probably would have seen a little bit more 3 at that point. Oh, we found level 1.
And that's another really good find for Dr. J there. Doesn't even have to worry about pirouetting those doors open. He's got his any key, so keys are completely trivial at this point for him. And at the same time, Maligord is going to find that same dungeon. He's going to be able to pirouette the door to the east open. Won't be able to do it for the north, though.
No, and level 1 is definitely a great find, mainly because we're going to have 2 since we've confirmed first quest here, we're going to see 2 items out of level 1. We're going to get our floor drop, and we're going to get our staircase item. So there's 2 chances for items here. Unconfirmed if we're dealing with first or second quest, so a lot of variables to getting those items, but we will see.
Right, and we did have a Triforce sighting there on Maligord's side. It's a room south of where he just went into with the gun.
Oh, we have a second quest push block. So we have a second quest level 7 through 9.
Yeah, that confirms second quest 7 through 9, making that any key
very
even
useful.
more massive of a find. Dr. J is about to find his power bracelet. And finding early power bracelet, it's not bad, because it's going to allow you to route a lot more efficiently through the overworld. You're not going to have to make trips back to spots that you've already visited. And a lot of the power bracelet spots, or a few of them, tend to be really out of the way anyway. So it's nice to not have to go back there.
Yeah, with mixed quests, you're going to want to make these checks. Or mixed quest first overworld. Or be technical.
And Dr. J up A's there after getting his power bracelet. And Maligord, again, spending time and resources trying to get this key here. Obviously.
Oh, and there's our floor drop. It's a raft on a Gibdo. Gibdo saying, I want to sail away.
Yeah, not what you want to see there out of level 1. I'd give that level 1 a C- probably, with raft and power bracelet, but it's not like it was a complete loss. It's going to be real quick there for Maligord.
He's out of there.
Dr. J is actually taking a little bit more time in here. He just hasn't found that raft yet, just a different route that he's taken. But he'll be pretty quick in here as well.
Yeah, it's that ironic thing when you have more means to explore, but it ends up costing you more time.
Right. Sometimes it can work in your favor, sometimes it can cost you a little bit. However, I'd say having more in the way of resources, even if it costs you here or there, it's going to be a net boon for you rather than a net boon.
Oh yeah, if somebody was like, do you want an any key or do you not want an any key?
Exactly. Yeah, Dr. J is on the right path here now. Just got to go east one more room, and he will have his raft. As Maligord picks up the...
He's got to go one north to get that raft, and Maligord finds the recipe to the Coke and Pep.
Yeah, this is a tough screen that Dr. J is trying to deal with right now. With one... You got to be extremely careful in that room, because those are second quest Stalfos. Second quest Stalfos, unlike first quest Stalfos, shoot swords, and those swords deal 2 hearts of damage apiece. The Stalfos themselves still just do a half a heart, and Maligord finds a level 2, another really good.
Yeah, we got a floor drop item here in level 2, so Maligord's going to be looking for that floor drop as well as his triangle. Maligord had bombs in that Stalfos room, which kind of really helped him out there. He spent a couple to get through it and to get that key, taking him right to the raft, so it was a worthwhile investment. And Dr. J has found a bomb shop. Oh, he takes a death.
No.
Oh, man.
He had it too. He just he overshot the door a little bit, and it cost him. That always feels...
I've been that guy many times. I know that feel.
Yeah. Not a fun one.
Oh, it's the right way, though.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna kind of give up on that path for now. He's got 3 hearts, though. It should be pretty simple with 3 hearts, and especially since he hasn't left the dungeon. There is the ladder. That's a thing on
that's
Maligord's
huge.
side too. So even with the lack of that any key, Maligord showing off his skill and making things work without.
Wow. This is panning out. So.
Yeah, and
gels. Oh, and the gels are not at 0. Oh man. Enemies can have plus or minus 2 HP in this, by the way. Is it plus or minus 2? It's 2, right?
That's correct. Yes, plus or minus 2. Gels and yellow Tektites are the absolute worst things to roll high, and there we go. Dr. J has made it through. He gets his raft. He's going to check this room to the east here, maybe for a floor drop on bombs or something, but he'll probably pick up his Triforce now and be right out of here.
Yeah, you got a boogie.
Maligord getting some very nice bomb drops here.
Oh man, when do 5 gorillas ever do that to anybody?
Right.
Alright.
So Dr. J picks up his level 1 Triforce to tie it back up 1-1 here. But Maligord has put a little distance in this level 2. We'll see how much that ends up playing into how the race ends up. I will say that Maligord is almost assuredly going to go right for that coast item.
Yes, absolutely. We
And
have
he
not
does-
seen it yet, so this could be... Oh, so I guess we should talk about what our runners are looking for. To clear the sea... he does not go to the coast item, by the way. He might be getting bombs from this shop here first. Yeah. Our runners need all 8 pieces of the Triforce, which is where we get all boards from. And obviously, there's no swords here. There will be no pointy, sharp objects here. But our runners will need all 8 pieces of the Triforce. They will need the bow and silver arrows, because Ganon is required. Now, I bet you're thinking, well, how do we damage Ganon? Well, to damage Ganon, we will also need the wand. The wand has been programmed to deal damage to Ganon, so our runners will need the wand, the bow, the silver arrows, and all 8 triangles out of every dungeon. So, Maligord, obviously we mentioned the coast item. It's a guaranteed item, and it could be one of the 3 required items that we still need to clear this seed. So it is a great play to see.
Yeah, normally in non-mixed quest or non-second quest overworld, when it's just plain first quest, you get stuff like the recorder or the power bracelet, and it's a little bit of a letdown. But in these flags, it's very likely that at least one of those items, recorder, power bracelet, or raft, is actually going to be required. It's more likely than not, to be honest, with all the places that they block, because there's a lot more power bracelet spots and a lot more recorder spots on the overworld.
Very true. And the lack of bombs really hurting DrJayPHD right now, I would say.
Yeah, he's got to get to a bomb shop.
I think he found one where Vanilla 2 was. Oh, we got level 8.
And that is a good find too. If I'm Maligord, I probably go look at that coast item and come back. We'll see how long he wants to commit to this, because we know it's going to be second quest.
Yep, and there's a possible staircase right here. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Oh, man.
Well, he will get bombs off of these.
Oh, we found level 6 as well.
Off of these moldorms if he kills them without taking a hit. Oh, he's got to be careful. Yeah. There we go.
He's got it. He's got it. And it's not. Ooh.
Yeah, that's rough. He still used 4 of his bombs, even with that bomb.
Is that the bait block right there? Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 bait block down. We'll see if there's going to be another one that blocks our path in here.
Tektites and dungeons. Ugh.
Yeah, Dr. J finds a staircase here in level 6, an early one. Let's see what it's got.
It's a bow!
That's a big find, especially having 80 rupees. We've already seen arrows for, I believe, somewhere in the 60s or 70s. So we'll see how long it takes Dr. J to go make an arrow per.
I'm really curious to see that coast item now.
Right. If it's the silvers, that's huge for Dr. J.
Yeah, it is. So another thing we should mention is you will find red bubbles in these dungeons, and if you see a red bubble, which is that sparkly little thing flying around on Maligord's side right now, if you see a red one and it comes in contact with one of the players, their controls will be so it'll be in their best interest to not hit the red bubbles. The only things that can undo a red bubble curse is an up A save, a potion drink, you drink from your Coke or Pepsi, you touch a blue bubble, or you pick up a Triforce. Yeah, those. So you might see some really big juking if they find some red bubbles here. We're about to see our coast item, but
Yeah, and we got an interesting confirmation there on Dr. J's side. We got confirmation that Recorder is actually required for the seed because there was a shutter door blocked by a big dogger.
No, it's a heart container.
Yeah, that kind of takes a little bit of the luster off that ladder find there for Maligord. That puts Dr. J's find a little bit higher on the totem pole, in my opinion. But
For the moment, yeah.
now he finds a 96 arrow shop. I thought we had found one for a little bit cheaper than that. I could be wrong, but we'll see how that plays out. And Maligord finds another heart container. Another interesting thing that we haven't found is we haven't found the white sword item either.
Correct.
So we'll see what that ends up being.
I'm pretty sure 8 was by the small lake. Was 6 in vanilla start?
You know, I didn't see exactly where 6 was, but what I did see, though, is Dr. J now has money for arrows.
Oh,
finds
yes.
a small secret, and then a big secret right after,
Big
so he has arrow money and ammo money now. I'd imagine he's going straight back over. Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's near that bomb shop. I think Vanilla 2 is a bomb shop. Or Vanilla 3 is a bomb shop. So he's taking an any road.
Oh, there he is. He's right back over by the arrow shop. And Maligord takes an unfortunate death. Every overworld death just kind of makes your heart sink when the start screen is up by the river, up by the water.
So he's probably going to make that 96 arrow purchase. So I don't blame him. He may not have seen cheaper.
That's a no-brainer. If you haven't seen cheaper, then that's a no-brainer.
Is a repeatable combat weapon, which is huge. Digs are going to be real good for him now. He can get through a lot of rooms for combat that he probably couldn't before. He has the any key.
Yeah, so we'll see how big that ladder ends up being here for Maligord. But at the moment, I would give Dr. J a slight advantage just for what he's found and what he's dug, because he's going to be going through things a little bit quicker.
Still no bombs for him, though. I think he's killing these blue Lionels to try to force a drop.
Yeah, he is getting extraordinarily unlucky on bomb drops, I will say that for sure. Makes it through that firing squad. That was a tight little squeeze there, but he got it.
Alright, so Maligord back in level 3.
And there's the bomb drop. A second bomb drop.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, Maligord picking up the triangle in 3.
Yeah, tempting fate there a little bit is Dr. J.
So Maligord probably going to dig 3 a little bit here. We have one item left to find. It's a staircase item.
And Dr. J chooses not to refill on that fairy fountain. I'm a little surprised, given that we have Lionels all over the place on this overworld.
I say they're everywhere. You know, we haven't seen yet is Wizrobe. So those are going to be fun wherever we find them.
Right, and there's a Goma in level 3, guarding. Well, it's just guarding a key door actually, so it won't be required. But that does mean that there could be more Gomas in level 3.
Oh, nope ropes. On a possible push block room, so this is all but required. Oh, gets a really good bomb combat. Oh, and it doesn't push.
Yeah, it always feels great spending half your bombs on a possible push block room just to get the unfortunate news that it's for.
Yeah, your best push block room clears are the ones that don't push.
Right.
Hint shop. So you'll notice everybody in Hyrule is asleep. Every time we interact with anybody in Hyrule, they just got Z's on their head. And that's because we need the book in order to understand the people of Hyrule. Link is not a native Hylian speaker, so we need that book to understand everybody. Or wake them up, I guess.
Yeah, so in my opinion, that makes the book a really strong early find in these flags.
Absolutely, got a staircase in Maligord, by the way.
Yeah, because if you're looking for a repeatable weapon, which, speaking of, Maligord finds the red candle in level 3.
It's a good
That is
pickup
a
for him.
great find. Yeah, I would say that puts him back in the lead at this point.
39.
He's not going to be using up his rupees to kill stuff, and he's got a 2 Triforce lead here with the ladder. He doesn't have the bow, but
Dr. J.
yeah, level 6 had it immediately in the start, so I think Maligord's taking the lead back.
So with 39 and 63 were our potion prices, by the way. We did see that. We did get a peek on that.
Yeah, we'll see if that ends up coming into play. Maligord picked up the letter. We haven't seen the red ring. If we find red ring, that'll make it a lot less likely that we'll be seeing a potion.
I think Maligord's about to make the Armos play, because he knows he's seen all the ones in the forest now, so he's going to have his any key likely shortly.
Yeah, Dr. J, unfortunately, he gets the screen scroll after having a little trouble and then gets smacked by a blue Lionel and back.
Oh, -9. Maligord made the rip.
Yeah.
That trendy game.
Gambling when you got 60 rupees, that can come back to bite you. He's lucky it didn't cost him more than that.
Gotta be careful here. 1 Lionel. Oh, got his any key.
Yeah, very happy to see that, I'm sure. And with that red candle in tow, he's gonna be cruising.
Yeah, he's near level. Oh, he's not near level 2. He's near level 6. Oh, Maligord has not seen any roads yet, by the looks of it. So I'd say the desert. There's another 96 arrow shop. The desert definitely got a lot of flute spots that we're gonna want to see, especially if we know it's required now. Death Mountain always could have something. Oh, Dr. J taking another unfortunate death.
Yeah, kind of having a rough go of it here. The overworld enemies are not cooperating for Dr. J right.
Not at all. It'd be just so much easier if they would cooperate.
Yeah, just get right out of the way. That'd be nice.
Yeah, you know. Oof, this is a nasty overworld set, though. Lionels and Darknuts.
Yeah. The only thing, the worst thing for the overworld, and yeah, another rough one. But the worst thing for the overworld, in my opinion, is the gorillas. The gorillas will snipe you.
Oh my gosh, those blue gorillas.
You'll look like you have a path, and then they'll just all turn around and fire at you from every single direction. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Getting a second quest bomb on that river.
Yeah, that's another thing to note. If that river had something important, that would have given Maligord another huge leg up, as he has found that ladder. Dr. J is still quite a ways away from where he needs to be to find it, but it looks like he might be going in the right direction here. Yeah, I'll just see where he decides to head.
If he heads to clear that forest, he'll be in a good spot. Oh, Maligord again. The seed is not being friendly.
And the good thing is they found a lot of the smaller dungeons first here, and that's allowed them to make some really good progress.
Agreed. Yeah, if they had found, 8 and 7.
Right, which we have found 8, but unfortunately we found a few other options that they've been able to take advantage of.
And now that we know, oh, Dr. J probably like that god bomb.
Right, yeah, I'm sure that's a breath of fresh air for Dr. J.
So, yeah, 8 and 7 in second quest are particularly grueling, straight line, curvy challenges. Oh, and there was our magic sword right there.
Yep, and the reason that level 8 and level 7 are so awful in second quest is because they actually have, well, at least 8 has, I think, 6 or four sets of corridor staircases and 2 that are one-way staircases that just drop you off in some random room in the dungeon. And then it also has 2 items to make for kind of a needle in a haystack kind of feel when you're digging it. And then level 7, I think, has 3 or 4 sets of corridor staircases and then 1 item.
That's a good time. At least 7 doesn't have any invisible walls.
That is true. So level 7 does have that going for it. But however, if you think about it, invisible walls are better than bomb walls because it doesn't cost you a resource to do.
That's
now the
true.
one-way walls, the one-way walkthrough walls can be insanely frustrating.
Oh, we can see. Well, we have the any key. This Goma's not really blocking them up.
Right, and we've already found the Triforce, and we know this is not the item. But it is good for Dr. J. Dr. J will be picking up his red candle in here. Unless it was ladder blocked.
I'm trying to remember, because he had that ladder room, but he couldn't get past.
Right, and we know that Maligord did have the ladder at the time.
Ooh, red bubble sighting. Oof.
It looks like he's going to be able to get through. I might just up an A if I'm Dr. J and I don't find what I'm looking for here and start back from the start of the dungeon. It's not too far away from where he will need to be anyway.
He's probably seeing this northern part of 3 through. Looks like the Zoras are minus. They already know where the triangle is.
And the good news is, if Dr. J does get red bubbled here, he can just pick up the easy Triforce 1 room from start and get his control.
Oh man! Oh man!
Just barely makes it. You know what? Actually, the item is to the left of where that Dr. J just was. It was in the staircase that's typically in 3, the open one that's on the east side.
Oh, yep. Because he has to go north here, and then he'll find it.
Correct.
I thought he was up and A-ing.
Yeah. Doing the smart thing, bombing that wall there before he picks up those bombs, and there he finds his staircase.
And those keys are just trolling him a little bit.
And honestly, if I'm him, I just up A after getting this red candle and don't even worry about the keys, because you got one rupee bombs right outside.
Yep.
It'll probably take more time just to clear those keys than it will to go back to the bomb.
I don't know what else he's going to be looking for here.
He's probably just going back down to get those bombs. Well, he's continuing though. I wonder if he's...
Maybe he wants the heart container?
Possibly.
Well, he bombed in that room from the south. He didn't need to do that.
And that's that confirms that room south of him is either an old... Well, it's got to be an old man room.
Yep.
That's confirmed to be an old man room because you can't get in from the east side if it's Zelda. And so Maligord continuing to work his way through the overworld, and he is pretty close to level 6 here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is his last bomb. So he'll need to find a shop or farm some off of some enemies.
Alright, Dr. J getting that triangle out of 3.
Yep, so our runners now are on pretty even footing here. The one thing that separates them is Dr. J has the bow and arrows. Maligord has the ladder. Now, unfortunately for Maligord, he is not going the direction of level 6, and that's where we know he's going to get his bow. Even though he can't progress yet and get the Triforce, the bow was one room in.
Yeah, that's a big find. And Dr. J, not far from level 2. He goes south right here. He's going to happen up. That's probably going to be the play. He's going to get his ladder. Dr. J is going to be in a really good spot.
Yeah, he's looking to even this up on Triforces and take a little bit of a lead with overall progression through. And he is more well equipped than Maligord was when Maligord was in here. Maligord did not have that red candle. He also did not have a bow and arrow at this point to deal with the Pulse Boy.
But again, that's gonna hurt Dr. J, because they're not required to clear the death. He takes the death there, which it's not gonna hurt him too bad.
Yeah, it's a rough room, but not insurmountable for for Dr. J. And yeah, I agree with that. Just up A out of that, you can go around.
Yeah, exactly. Level 2, the walls are made. Ganon did not think to reinforce the walls really well in level 2, so.
Yeah, these red gorillas really rolled up here. Looks like they have 4 HP. So they rolled up 1 at least. They didn't roll up that high, but they have they rolled up +1. Dr. J's got to be careful. He's down to his last half.
I got the clear, which we know that'll.
Great job there.
NSU room, and I believe the ladder is just in a Triforce room.
Yeah, heads up play there by Dr. J to try and kill that wall master where a heart would be by the door.
There it is.
Now, we know that he could have just used that bow and arrow, which he found out too, but he does find his ladder afterward. So now he's just got to find the triangle, and I believe this room actually has the compass, if I remember correctly. Or the one after it. Maybe the one after.
Yes. Is it this room? I don't remember Maligord clearing this room.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm thinking of a different dungeon.
Yeah, because those gels rolled up and he did not have the means to take them out.
Yeah, good call just to go ahead and up A there. Get back toward the beginning of the dungeon. Take a little bit of a short.
He's probably thinking this room here.
And Maligord continuing to work his way through the grave area.
Hey.
And we do have a power bracelet block dungeon at the power bracelet grave spot. So we know now that power bracelet and recorder are required, and that kind of goes to what I was saying earlier. You're not too broken up seeing those power bracelet or the recorder, stuff like that, because again, more likely than not, at least one of them is going to be required. And I've been seeing a lot of seeds where both or all of them are required.
So what's great about this 7 is the Triforce is 1 room in.
Yeah, that makes it really nice, especially.
So, Maligord literally just looking for his item staircase, and boy, if it's right here, this is the level 7 every runner wants to have.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. A lot of runners will decide to go ahead and leave level 7 or level 8 if they find that immediate Triforce like that. Maligord does not have the wand, the bow, or the silvers yet.
Oh no,
so I definitely don't blame. Yeah, Wiz robes are not what you want to see in level 7 by any means. But I definitely don't blame Maligord for continuing on in this level 7 after finding that early Triforce.
Alright, and looks like they didn't roll up, so only 1 bomb.
So we are tied up in Triforces. The only real distinction between the runners right now is that Maligord has found level 7, Dr. J has found level 6. Dr. J found the bow out of level 6. Maligord is in the process of trying to find the item at level 7.
Yeah, and Maligord has also been in 8, but didn't dig 8.
That is a good point.
Oh,
and
there it
so is
is.
Dr. J now. Now, another interesting thing to note, Maligord did not have the Ini key when he found level 8. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. I don't think that actually Maligord had a repeatable weapon at that point. I think he went back to level 3 later.
Yeah, it was an early find.
And Blue Guria's dropping no hearts there for Dr. J.
Classic Blue Guria move. Right, so Maligord finding a staircase all the way into 7. So, not a ooh, here we go. There's a...
Yeah, and hopefully he didn't roll up. He did.
Oh,
I shouldn't have said
man.
anything. And Maligord used both his bombs as Dr. J takes a death too in level 8. So all kinds of fun being had by our runners.
There's our... Oh, that's the first bait block we found. We knew that one.
Yes, potential staircase room debates Maligord there. And we know already that this room is a whole lot of nothing that Dr. J's in.
Yep.
Yeah, we know he has to take that staircase guarded by those Blue Gurias.
Yeah, it's gonna cost him nothing to figure it out, though.
That's actually going to net him a 5 rupee.
Can you bomb down there?
You can't, but
Okay.
Dr. J may not have confirmed to himself yet that this is
Maligord.
second quest level 8. And, you know, a lot of people aren't near as familiar with the second quest layouts as they are with the first quest, so a lot of times it's really hard to tell with these second quest dungeon layouts.
Dr. J getting a great burn on those Blue Guria.
Yeah, very nice there. Now, one thing we haven't seen Dr. J try, which is a little troubling to me, is we have not seen him try to push any walls, and we know this second quest 8 will have push through walls. Hopefully either he just hasn't thought to try it, but he'll do it eventually, or they're not required.
Did you just get red bubbled? I think he did. Are those red?
No, those are just standard bubbles.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, those are particularly annoying in level 8, and that confirms you have to take a staircase to get to the inner hook of level 8, because that's the only possible room that you can take to get through there.
Well, we got our heart container. You know what? Silver lining, I will say, is especially when White Sword shuffle. Hey, it's Zelda's room. Finding the heart on the coast, I wouldn't be terribly upset because you know you're not. It's stuff like that level 2, where you have the drop item, you're not going to waste your time.
Right, and finding that Zelda room where Maligord is insanely frustrating. Yeah, those are red bubbles.
Oh, we got a arrow challenge. Wow, both our runners in serious dig mode on these unforgiving dungeons. All right, Dr. J, you know what's next.
Yeah, Dr. J handled a pretty tough room there really well. I gotta be careful here with these red bubbles.
Oh my gosh.
That bubble hooked him up. I thought that bubble was gonna run.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna hit him.
Decided to do a 180 and go the opposite way from where Dr. J was, as Maligord finds another staircase and finds another bust in level 7. Still trying to find this item here. You wonder how long he's going to commit to this level 7. I think at this point he's done so much of it, he's probably not leaving without that item.
Yeah, you tilt a little and that's it. you spend
Right.
more time to justify the time you've spent. I know that.
Exactly. Dr. J doing really well to avoid those beams and gets a fairy. What a huge drop. Very nice room there by Dr. J.
Alright, we found a red ring in level 7. Okay.
And given how nasty this overworld has been and some of these dungeons are being, that is a welcome find, I'm sure. And that's that's a room for Dr. J that could.
Oh no, he gets red bubbled.
A walk-through wall.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw a possible push block room, and in second quest, floor drops can also appear in rooms where you can still push a block.
Yes, that is so. Floor drops can appear on the floor. They can be sitting on the floor in a staircase room. They cannot appear after you've cleared all the enemies in a staircase.
Right, and then that manhandler room, it is a second quest push block room.
Yes.
So he didn't push the block because there was a key on the floor, a manhandler, and then the 2 sets.
Right, so that could have been it. And there's our recorder. It is the white sword item in Death Mountain. That's a massive find for Maligord. Whenever he gets to level 6, he's not going to have to stop.
Yeah, see this room that Dr. J is in right now.
Yes, that could very well be a staircase, and also it could very well be a walk-through wall to the.
Oh boy, he up A's. Oh, that's where 8 is. Oops.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we did find level 9 on Maligord's side as well. I think it was also in Death.
Was that level 9 right there? Did I miss it?
Level 9 was a little bit further back in Death Mountain.
A couple screens east of White Sword.
Yeah.
Was it the screen with the Armos, or no?
I'm not sure which screen it was, but very timely bomb shop there in Death Mountain. That's about the best spot for a bomb shop you can have.
I mean, that guy is probably doing some great business.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for 1 rupee, maybe not, but...
Yeah, he definitely knows the first rule of business: location, location, location.
You know, I don't... If I'm Dr. J, I'm not hating finding a heart right now. He's only at 6 hearts after the pickup. I mean, I'd prefer silver arrows as much as the next guy, but... We all know what that level 7 dig's about to look like for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. But I mean, he'll get through it. But I'm just real concerned about that level 8 because he didn't try to push through any of those walls. Now Dr. J is up in Death Mountain. That's good. He's gonna get his recorder.
Our runners are high-fiving.
Yeah, nice little convergence, and they're gonna go their opposite ways again. Dr. J's out of bombs. He's got to either farm one or find a bomb shop, which unfortunately the bomb shop up here in Death Mountain is bomb blocked, but there's a 4-pack for Dr. J. Nice spot.
Beautiful. And Maligord picking up the arrows. Alright, so there, yeah, we have level 9 on the Armos screen there. Update.
A good purchase for Maligord, especially once he finds level 6. Still hasn't been to start screen. It's interesting. He's prioritizing Death Mountain. And there's Dr. J's recorder.
Yep.
A lot of people will wait and save Death Mountain for the very last thing to do, but I'm hoping that Maligord hasn't forgotten the start screen, because he's been one screen away from it. He's definitely bombed the one screen west of level 6, which is the Vanilla Wood Sword Cave.
Right, and I'm that is a semi-confirmed 6 location, just so you know. That's where Dr. J was around.
Okay.
It could be in a different screen nearby that, but it's in that general vicinity.
Gotcha.
I mean, it'd be silly not to check that, but hey. Randomizer.
Gotta give props to Rad Plaid Dad here, pulling double duty with the commentary and the tracking. So much appreciated to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track. I get in watch mode now and again, especially with commentary, and I'll miss something happening on the other side. I'll take this job any day over tracking the weekly.
Right. Yeah, with four players on screen, it makes it a lot more difficult to track.
So Maligord checking, doing all of his flute checks in the desert. We do know flute's required one way or another, so this I'm not opposed to this. I was thinking we'd definitely get a staircase out of that, but guess not. Still got Vanilla 2 to check. Dr. J about to find level 7, and here comes the dig of the century for Dr. J. A very defining dig for him. Oh, he found level 6. Dang it, what screen was it?
That was one north and one east of Vanilla Wood Sword. I'm pretty sure it was either one east or one north and one east.
Okay, so it's not Vanilla Sword. We'll get a confirmation on that for everybody.
Yeah,
there's
good news.
Maligord. He already bought the arrows, so that is it. He played a little psychic play there, getting the arrows.
Yeah, and unless the wand is in level 4, and we have both Digdoggers and Gleeoks in this level 6, and the Gleeok guards the Triforce, then he is not going to have to leave this level 6 like Dr. J did, as unfortunately Dr. J takes a death there to the Manhandla.
What's crazy here is we were looking at Dr. J digging dungeons with more means, and now we're watching a Maligord dig in a dungeon that Dr. J didn't necessarily have a lot of.
Very true.
Alright, so Dr. J, will he do it? Yeah, looking at that map, he has this. He can go to the left. He's gonna say nope.
Any key coming in huge here for Maligord. Now, this is not a free room by any means. I'm wondering, okay, so looks like he's going to use his last bomb here. Okay, he's going to up A to get a few hearts back. Looks like he's going to come back. He might be going to buy bombs.
Okay, so we're way over.
Oh no, he thought he had his candle out and he accidentally used his last bomb there.
So 6 is way over. I feel like I was in recorder mode for how off I was there. This is a very unique overworld check right here that Maligord's doing right now. He has to burn that bush. That's a very difficult bush to burn right there.
Yeah, you gotta clip into the bush or just go around and then go back around.
Right.
After you've already done it. So Dr. J continuing to dig this level 7, Maligord. I guess maybe he's going to wait to do the rest of level 6 and hope he finds Wand, or maybe just going to go buy bombs.
Yeah, I'm thinking bomb purchase here. I mean, there's more recorder spots to check, like Vanilla 2, and obviously the Dead Woods, which could potentially be holding our level 4, which is our only dungeon at large at this point. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. Have we found 5?
Yeah, I was trying
No,
to
we
think
haven't
if we had
five.
found 5.
So 4 and 5, and at this point, we haven't found our silvers, or our wand, or both our boomerangs. Oh man, this is like a 50-50 shot at great or awful.
Right. Ooh, and Dr. J is trying to kill this
Yeah.
manhandler with bow and arrows.
I think the
That's gonna be
manhandle
rough
up,
with
right?
how it did.
Yeah.
It's gonna take 3 arrows for each head. Dr. J doing the smart thing and oh no. He did try and even out the damage on the heads, so as he killed the heads and made the manhandler go faster, he would have to hit each head with less shots after that.
Smart play. And here we go, about to see a dig dogger death. Oh man.
A nice kill there for Maligord.
Oh man.
Oh no. Oh, that's awful.
Oh, can't bomb out.
So, for those of you who may not know, Dodongos normally are a great thing to find, as you can stun them with a bomb, smack them with your sword, and get an automatic 4-pack of bombs when they die. However, we have no sword, and they are not affected by the wand, so the only way to kill Dodongos is to feed each Dodongo in the room 2 bombs. Meaning, if you get a shutter door guarded by 3 Dodongos like that, it's going to take 6 bombs to progress through that room. Oh, and Dr. J takes another death to that manhandle.
Level 5 sighting.
Very, very nice find there on the coast for Maligord. Yeah. Dr. J does pick up his Triforce at a level 7, and we have another 3 Dodongo room level. Luckily, we can just use 1 bomb to bomb out of it. But
was this the bomb check near the top right?
No, this is on the coast, on the bottom coast.
Oh, the bottom coast. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we got our electrified ropes.
Not a bad enemy set when you're on red candle strats here. Ropes and Tektites die pretty easily to the red candle, and they only deal a half a heart of damage each with red ring. That's gonna take several hits before you even really have to worry about taking damage. So Dr. J does move on from that level 7. Fortunately for him, the item in there is not required. Unfortunately, it would really help him progress through tougher dungeons like that level 8 we saw earlier.
For how much time it takes to get that red ring, though, the money's been okay in the seed. I mean, knowing what we know, I would say buy the red potion and move on. Get that Triforce and never look back. We got a Lord Banana at a level 5.
Well, it's quick knowledge there for Maligord. At this point, I think that's good, even though it is just the banana. It's check off his list, and he's just going to be looking for Triforce, and he's going to be out. He is down by level 8, so that's probably his next move here when he's going to loop around.
We can nearly confirm that important items will be in 9. We are very close to that.
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer as we move on. We have 2 items yet to discover in level 8. We have 1 in level 4, and that's it, as far as I know. Outside of the level 9 items.
Yeah, our scrap metal's still at large, our silver arrows, our wand.
In our book.
Oh yeah, the book, yep.
which outside of the required items in there, in my opinion, the book is definitely the best.
Yeah, the hint. I mean, at this point, would you really think you need the book if you're Maligord?
Oh, I pick up the book 100% if I'm not completely done with the seed. If I know where Ganon and Zelda both are, and then I happen to find book in level 9,
Oh yeah,
then I don't pick it up. But if I don't know where one of them are, I could find a hint for their location in level 9, and that would instantly make the book worth it to me.
Maligord out of bombs again. I have to realize that seems to be something we say a lot around here. Out
Yeah.
of bombs. It's
Yeah,
second quest.
Well, second quest dungeons and swordless makes for kind of a nasty combo. You're gonna run out of bombs quite a bit in these flags. It can get pretty frustrating at times.
So big question is, where do you think level 4 is gonna be? What's your bold prediction?
Well, we haven't seen the recorder spots in the Deadwoods, I don't believe yet.
That's my guess. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So yeah, other than that, I don't think we've seen the raft spawn on the coast either, have we?
I think Dr. J did make that check after getting the raft out of 1.
Okay.
Maligord not gonna find much here but a door repair. Sitting at max rupees, but he's got his red ring already. He's bought his wooden arrow. And at this point, don't need to buy keys.
Yeah, and that kind of brings us back to the book. If you do find that book in either level 8 or level 4, especially if you find the book in level 4, that would be the best case scenario in my mind. Then you go and buy the hints and find out whether you need to dig level 8 for 2 items, or if you just need 1 item. A lot of times it kind of narrow it down for you.
Yeah, the knowing how to dig 9 with the book, that's huge. I never thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, there are potentially 3 or 4 hints, depending on which quest it is, that you can get in level 9. 1 for the location of Ganon, 1 for the location of Zelda, 1 for the location of Silver Arrows. Whether they are in level 9, and if they are in level 9, where they are in level 9. And then also, if they're not in level 9, it'll tell you that too. So Maligord back in this level 6 here, equipped with 8 bombs this time. Fortunately, the Dig Dogger does not respond. And even if it did, I imagine he would just take the time to kill it with either arrows or the red candle instead of using several bombs. But he's going to have plenty of bombs to kill these Dig Doggers with this time and progress further through this dungeon, grab his Triforce. And all of a sudden, Red Platdad, Maligord's going to be 2 Triforces away from entering level 9.
Yeah, and he's... do you think he's going to return to 8 next?
I would think so.
That's the guaranteed move. He knows where it is.
It kind of seems like he's trying to avoid that a little bit right now, which I don't blame him. Second quest level 8 is just the worst. That's Dr. J. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But at some point, you gotta kind of just make the play to go in there.
Yep.
Especially since... Well, no, level 4 cannot be blocked by anything in level 8, actually. So level 4 is accessible with both of our runners right now. We just haven't found it.
I'm thinking Deadwoods.
Yeah, and Dr. J was just down there. I don't know if he checked the... I was trying to watch, but I don't think that he checked the recorder spots in the Deadwood.
No, we got a possible situation here. Oh, but we already know our item's the bow, so at this point he's just taking transport stairs. He's looking for his
Right.
triangle. Both runners checking out the ice cold level 6. So we got our look at some pancakes.
I was gonna say, don't do it, Dr. J. Don't go in because he doesn't have any bombs. But
Yeah,
he does. He does turn around and gonna look to do something else here.
Yeah, the blue moblins are blue.
Yeah, they will take the palette of whatever dungeon they happen to be in at the time.
For better or for worse, I've seen some
Right.
palettes for those, they blend right.
Yeah, it can make them a little bit tough to deal with sometimes, although not really that bad. Honestly, if you see moblins in a dungeon, you're generally pretty happy.
Oh yeah.
Moblins are one of the least threatening enemies in the game.
Yeah, and they are a bomb dropper. Oh, we got a Triforce out of level 6 for Maligord.
Yep, all the way in the top right of the dungeon, but sitting on the floor for free, so I'm sure he's not going to complain about it.
Not a terrible dig after you get past the Dodongos by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's emphasis on after you get past the Dodongos.
Price of admission. We also didn't check the burning bush spot that you have to loop the screens around, did we?
You know, I don't know if he ended up getting that or not.
I don't think he did.
It was Dr. J, I think, that was trying. Or was it Maligord?
I think it was Maligord. But regardless, I don't think either runner has made that play.
So that could definitely be it.
Burning some gorillas. I swear that boomerang can hone in on Link any. So Maligord has the possibility of 2 items in 8 here, and we know that we've got some items still at large, and we haven't seen either item out of 8 yet.
No, we haven't. Unfortunately, Dr. J's progress was just stalled.
Oh, we got a bomb upgrade. He's going for it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, both runners pick up the bomb upgrade, which, you know, with what we know already about the seed, I don't disagree with that bomb upgrade purchase at all, especially they're both still over 100 rupees. I agree with that play. I would have done it myself, I think.
Dr. J dealing with inverted controls right now, and he is checking for invisible walls.
Okay, he must have just realized that. There we go, there's a bomb wall, except he's been in the room north of here. It's this one that he could possibly put.
Controls reversed. Oof. I mean, I really would want to kill this manhandle and make the check.
Yeah, it's rough though, with inverted controls. Oh no, don't spin any more bombs there, yeah.
And our runner's high-fiving here, but Dr. Maligord obviously having the red, 11 bombs at his disposal. It would not be hard to dispatch that manhandle if he wanted to.
And Dr. J saves and goes back to start. I think he's had enough of that for now. Maligord also did not try to push through those northern walls. He tried one of them. He didn't try the one in the manhandler room, I don't think. Or maybe... No, I don't think he tried either of them, actually.
This 8 will be an elusive beast if they don't make those checks. So Dr. J, if he checks the coast here, he is going to find level 5, which is good. Oh, nope, that was a large secret. Oh, he up A saved. Oh. So Maligord is going to make the play.
Just brute forcing this manhandler down.
Oh man, ran into the arrow.
I think Maligord is also dealing with inverted controls right now. It looks like we have a lot of the classic hallmarks of it.
Yeah. Oh man, not a room I want to get in with inverted controls.
Yeah, I think in this room, you just go ahead and take off. This can't drop anything because it is a push block staircase room. But he does dig it, and it nets him some hearts and rupees, so ends up being pretty positive for him. I guess with Red Ring, it's not that big of a...
We got a reverse C. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is not much friendlier here with reverse controls here.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's got them all lined up. You want to get on that half tile there to get as many of them as possible. But it's easier said than done with reverse control.
Let's see, he's getting a little low on hearts here. You want to make sure. There you go. Half tile.
Yeah, there we go.
Check this reverse C out.
And the blueberries are nice when they drop hearts.
Oh, man. Another stair.
Yeah, and I don't blame him wanting to check out the rest of this little wing that he's in here.
Right. Oh, no. Manhandler.
Yeah, high manhandler, by manhandler, at least for now. It would be pretty tragic if that ended up
there's
being
one.
Triforce.
So we have a invisible wall there into a matchup. An arrow, a bow required. This could be a bow required right here.
Yeah.
How ironic would it be if the silvers were underneath it?
I have seen it before. That's for sure. I've been in a tournament race where silvers were logically blocked behind the bow and arrows. It was a diamond staircase, so you could just clip right through.
There goes my tinfoil hat.
Yeah, you're gonna take this staircase, it looks like.
Oh, it was... Oh, no.
Yeah, not really where he wanted to be. He could try and bomb or push through these walls here.
Yep.
I think that would make sense.
Wall Masters saying what's up.
Yeah, don't want to get hit by those wall masters. Not this deep into the dungeon.
Got Chevy room here.
Yeah, you want to clear this room. This definitely could be the Triforce.
Definitely
nice clock
wishing
there.
Those bubbles were blue.
Trying to navigate Chevy rooms with reverse controls can be really annoying sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, there's no enemies in it. It's not that bad.
Another possible item here. Oh, hey, I'll take that. Ugh, man. The good news is he'll run out of transport stairs eventually.
Yeah, there are
Oh man, another Chevy room? What the heck?
Right.
Come on,
there are
Ganon.
10 corridor staircases in level 8, and then 2 item staircases for a total of...
Guess we'll call this level 8 Ganon's Garage. Just keeps all the Chevys in here. No Triforce. Wall Masters maybe? Nope.
Yeah, I'm concerned that he might have left one hanging over there in the room that room that he was in right before the staircase to get over to the side of the dungeon. It had wall masters, and it was definitely a possible dropper. Ooh, what a nasty room to fight a manhandle in. Especially on reverse controls again.
Man. For reverse controls, Maligord's really making the most of it.
Oh yeah, he's doing well. And the good news is that cannot be the Triforce room that he was in.
Yep.
Because it was a dark room.
So Dr. J near blue ring territory for his rupees. Obviously, if he doesn't end up going back to that 7, I could see that happening for him, and he'd be in okay shape.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Maligord, that staircase in the reverse C that was blocked by the Goma, that was actually one of the one-way staircases that took him to a room that he can't go back to where he was.
All right, so Dr. J, here's the guess, right? Is this level 4? Oh no!
And have we seen the grave recorder spots either?
I don't know. That's
I don't think we have.
Okay, that burning bush in the woods, though. That's my thinking right now. That's what I want to see next.
It definitely could be. I don't think we've seen the grave recorder spots though either. And Maligord back to where he was earlier.
So he did not resolve this stair, right?
No, he did not see the other end of this staircase right here.
So that's the play he's probably making.
Yeah, I don't think he ever tried to get out of the room to the south of the staircase that he did take, though. So that's, I mean, there's not too many rooms south of this. I think if it were me, I might try and clear the rest of this wing so you know you don't have to come back here anymore.
I'd want to see where the staircase goes. If I know it's something disagreeable, I turn around. We got the blue ring purchase for Dr. J.
The other possibility, though, is it could be the one-way. Oh, it's not, but it is.
But this could be an item here.
Yes, very well could be. So this is the only known way to get to this part of the dungeon, right?
Yep. It could be the magical stair. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's gonna want to clear a little bit more of this path now.
For sure. Okay, it was a matter of time before we found this room.
So there is going to be another way to get to the east of where Maligord is here. Another staircase or something. And Maligord's trying to do the reverse clip here. Unfortunately, you gotta look down. You gotta get on the half tile to the north of that screen. As far north in that screen as you can get. And then look down when you get next to the block to do that reverse clip and get by it.
Okay, well that took him right past it, right?
It did. So
nice.
Ends up being pretty trivial.
Man, these rooms. Good lord.
He's leaving behind a few possible Triforce rooms. I hope that doesn't come back to bite him. Yeah, when
Cole's voice are a joke when you got arrows, just do it.
Yeah, when you're on reverse controls,
Brandon's garage yet again.
You're living dangerously there, getting awful close to that wall master.
Clear the room. Yeah, I was to say.
Yeah, see what's in here for sure. Yeah, I mean, you pick it up for sure, just to make things a little easier on yourself, but gets bought back through the bomb wall. As Dr. J is, looks like maybe not going back into 7. Not sure where Dr. J is. Maligord really wants a heart drop here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Man, he didn't try to go north though. I'd leave that stair. Has he seen that?
Yeah. Oh, and it's a one-way. No, it's the other one-way.
Oh, I mean, but this. Did he? Okay.
No, this is south of where he took those staircases previously.
No.
Ooh, that is just the worst.
He had so much of that 8 figured out. He was so close to the.
Yeah, and you got a potion too. He's still on reverse controls. I think if there's ever a time to blow a charge, it's right now.
Yeah, but again, you've got 156 rupees. You can buy yourself another one if you really wanted to. You have nothing else to spend money on. You You can unreverse your controls, get all your health back, clear the 8. Yeah, that was the moment right there.
Yeah, but again, when you're on reverse strats, you're in a tournament race. You don't really. A lot of times, you just forget little things like that, and it happens to everybody.
I think my round 1, I forgot to check my coast item. It was the wand.
Yeah, I've I've done that in a tournament race. Actually, in my upcoming opponent, or in a race against my upcoming opponent in this tournament, I forgot to pick up the item that was on the coast, and it was the one item I needed for go mode, and I had seen it all.
Oh yeah, I was told everyone does it once, and then they never do it again.
Right.
Yeah. I learned the hard way. All right, so we got Maligord headed back over this way,
and
because we know there's a ton of staircases in this exact column here.
In the meantime, Dr. J has found 5.
Yep.
So he'll be getting his Triforce out of here. It'll be something productive, that he needs to do, but it's not really what he's going to want to find with a boomerang.
Dr. J really looking for a win here. His progress through the seed kind of got a little stagnant.
Yeah. So here's the first room, the first staircase room that Maligord has not seen the other end of in this wing of the dungeon.
I'm thinking transport stair, and I'm saying that because I don't want it to be one.
Honestly, if it is, it's probably the last one. I think we've seen just about all of them.
Oh, scrap metal!
What a great reward!
Oh boy. Okay, so this could be a push block room right here.
And another potential one. But we still have rooms in the top of this dungeon as well, I believe. Maybe we don't. I mean, we've almost full cleared. It'd be tragic if the last item was in the top of that middle section, that middle column.
At this point, it's got to be something useful. Your silver arrows, your wand, and your book are still at large, right?
And there's one more item, because we haven't found 4.
Oh, boy!
But it is the silver arrows. What a relief. And now, you just gotta find the Triforce. And honestly, it's rough, because he has left several rooms and different parts of the dungeon behind that could drop the Triforce, so hopefully it doesn't end up trolling him too bad. Luckily, he's got a pretty decent lead right now as Maligord, but he doesn't know that. So hopefully this doesn't end up trolling him too badly here.
He's gonna love getting his hands on that Triforce to unreverse his controls. Dr. J getting his Triforce out.
Yeah, nice quick find there. I believe he did see the boomerang as well.
Yep, he's gonna move on. Now, if you're Dr. J, you know the location is 6. That's probably what I'd be doing. Get your 6 triangle.
Yeah. It just depends. Honestly, I'd be back in level 8 or in level 7 because you don't know what the item is. But we'll see what he ends up doing. To me, I like to prioritize dungeons that I haven't found the items in. That way, if I'm looking for the item or the Triforce and I find an item, it might help me progress through other dungeons as I'm just looking for the Triforce. But we'll see what he ends up doing here. He's on the coast.
Yeah, it's strange. I believe he's made the other check. I think it says rupee secret on the other coast or the other raft spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing this raft check. So we'll see what it.
I believe it's a rupee secret. Oh no, it's a take any. Okay. Dr. J hitting his second row of hearts here. Maligord cleaning up some rooms. She did clear this one already. Man, there is nothing good about this 8.
Yeah, this 8 is just awful.
It's such a difference from First Quest 8. I really don't mind getting First Quest 8.
Oh yeah, First Quest 8 is far fewer rooms.
Oh, and there's level 4! It's under the flute spot in the grave.
Yep, I didn't think we'd seen these, but First Quest 4 is a pretty tame dungeon. This could be the item right here, and if it's wand, that's really going to help Dr.
Dr. J is going to have a great time, a much better time in 8 if the wand is here in 4. And I'd say that's the one thing that could really kind of put this race, kind of tilt the scales of this race.
Yeah, I think I agree on pulling that back a little bit with going from a great time to a much less difficult
it's
time.
It's gonna be a time.
It's gonna be less of a time than it would be without the wand.
Oh, and there's your triangle. Dr. J, like, well, not yet. I know where you are.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, you find a red bubble here. Alright, so you know where your triangle is. At this point, I would just be looking for staircases. Really not a whole lot else you want to be clearing.
Yeah, I don't know really what he's hoping to get out of this room here.
7 bombs already. Really no reason to clear anything unless it's a stair. Boy, Maligord's still looking for that triangle at 8. This is like...
Yeah.
This feels like a terrible 9 dig to me at this point.
The thing is, Second Quest level 8 can feel like that. Second Quest level 8 is worse than digging Second Quest level 9.
Absolutely.
Fewer staircases in Second Quest level 9, and when you're in Second Quest level 9, at least you're making progress toward finding where Ganon and Zelda are. A lot of times in
hints.
Right, a lot of times in level 8, you can just really feel like you're spinning your wheels.
Okay, Dr. J, well, nothing gonna be in this room. But he's locked out, so...
Yeah, so here are some of the rooms coming up that Maligord also left, which were possible Triforce rooms, so we'll see what happens.
Super ropes over here and a possible staircase room here for Dr. J, so we'll see how...
Yeah, luckily with Red Candle, they are pretty easy to deal with, as they'll just continue running straight into it.
Continually run into fire. Okay. Nah, not a push block though. He's gonna have to keep going.
Yeah, but Dr. J has seen most of the rooms up top, but he is leaving behind a couple rooms up there toward the opening of the mouth. And here Maligord is about to see whether or not these rooms are going to pay off in level 8. And we also haven't, again, seen that northernmost room in the middle column of level 8.
Oh, he finds it. He finally finds his triangle.
At long last. And that was, I think I specifically commented on that room.
Yep.
When it happened. So, finally finds that Triforce. Gonna just specifically be looking for that level 4, as we know that it's in the grave. About as far as it could possibly be for Maligord right now.
Yep, and we do know that Dr. J's biggest advantage here will be if he does find the wand here in 4. he will be able to take that with him into 6 and an 8.
And hopefully for Dr. J, this wand is, or well, the item, whatever it is not in those couple rooms that he left behind.
And Adaginos, thanks for picking us up in chat there to confirm this is swordless, so neither runner has a sword. They must find the wand if they want to damage and take on Ganon and cook some bacon today. So the wand is still at large. It's either in level 4 or level 9 at this point. We could find out right now. And
Yeah,
it is in level 4.
Wow, very nice there for Dr. J. That's if Dr. J is going to get back in this race, that is exactly what he needed to find right there. So he's going to be grabbing his Triforce out of level 4. Now, Maligord is right on his tail, about to find level 4, headed straight for it, obviously going to make that check. So Maligord will be entering right as Dr. J is leaving with the Triforce. So, given that level 8 dig that we just saw, and the fact that Dr. J still has to go back in and get his triangle out of level 6, this is looking like Maligord's race to lose at this point. But again, level 9 can do some dirty things to you sometimes.
Yeah, the Great Equalizer is still on the table, and even though it's a second quest equalizer, it's an equalizer mini, it could still play a role.
So it looks like Dr. J, Recorder's back up to level 1. In the vicinity of level 6 here, so might be going to grab the triangle out of level 6. I don't feel like that's too bad of a play now that he finds wand.
It's on the way to 8 too, so...
Yeah, unfortunately not able to pick up that bomb pack with 10 hearts there.
Okay, so he's going to 2. Let's get a little close.
Looks like a level 8 play.
I would agree. Yep, there it is. Welcome to Ganon's Garage, Dr. J. Chevys galore.
And so we know that Dr. J is going to have to take the staircase in the room with the Gurias that he's in right now, and then take another staircase to get over to the east side of the dungeons, and that's where his silvers are. Then there will be a staircase before the one that has the silvers that will take him to the path that's going to lead to the Triforce. How fast he can do all this before Maligord finds that wand at the bottom of this level 4, we'll have to see.
It's not too bad.
And another thing to note, there were walkthrough walls involved in that path. So we'll see. I think that toward the end, when he was in here last time, he was checking some.
Gosh, he just matrixed that red bubble.
Yeah, it was very good avoidance there. Gonna be able to actually handle this manhandler this time with blue ring and wand. Wand makes manhandle so much easier because of the big wand hitbox there. And Maligord is just a few rooms away from that one.
He's closing in on 4, which is a very manageable dungeon.
Yeah, Dr. J is checking the push through walls now, so that won't be an issue for him.
Not at all.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this staircase that was blocked by the manhandle, and I think this was the answer, actually. This gets you over to the east, yes, and so he needs to go east out of here. He needs to resist the temptation to take those corridor staircases and check out all the way to the bottom, at least until he finds the silvers. And there is the wand for Maligord.
So the clock is ticking, because Maligord does know where 9 is. So at this point, it's a triangle and a trip to 9.
It's gonna pick up that Triforce real quick, and we'll be looking at a level 9.
It's funny, you can't even time Dr. J against Maligord right now for getting into 9, just because of how unforgiving this 8 is.
Yeah, you just don't know what plays Dr. J is going to make. There's so many of them to be made, and only one of them is right. So, like, right now, he needs to... Okay, so he's going to check out this wing, and that's why I like this play of checking out the little offshoots as much as you can before you take those corridor staircases, because you can always come back to them. Dr. J being very thorough, that's good.
Absolutely. It's going to play in his favor here. And Maligord doing a little ladder clip. Got that triangle out of 4. So Maligord hitting go mode right now. This is our first go mode of the race.
And so we'll see how much trouble this 9 gives Maligord. Now Maligord has pretty much all the equipment you could want, and oh no, Dr. J's leaving. He's not gonna push through the wall.
Oh, that could be it right there.
If he doesn't get back there real quick, that might just extinguish any chance that he has, and unfortunately, that is going to take him to the Triforce.
Right.
So that is a silver lining, but it's not where he needs to be. He needs those silver.
All right. So here we are in 9, and Maligord here is going to be listening for the roar of Ganon, which you can get a room away. So if he starts hearing that roar of Ganon, he knows that Ganon shares a wall with the room he's currently in. He'll also be looking for a shutter door that does not open after he kills all the enemies inside, unlike that shutter. If that happens, he'll know he has found the kidnapped, which in this case is Zelda. And that the equation is we kill Ganon, get the bacon, and then we go save our kidnapped, and Maligord will be done at that point. So that's kind of it.
And as we noted beforehand, we're looking at second quest level 9, which is a lot easier than first quest level 9. Not near as many rooms, not near as many staircases.
Oh, and Dr. J finding his triangle. He's gonna say no, and he's digging that last little inlet up here, which I don't blame him. Obviously, I think that's the right thing to do. You wanna at least cross that part of the dungeon off your list here.
Oh, definitely. You gotta check these rooms with 2 items still outstanding, with as much of this dungeon as you have cleared, and silver's still.
So
not
we know
present.
9. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, but it's very, very possible that Dr. J clears out this last little bit of the dungeon and then decides to go ahead and dip out. Because there are silver hints possible in level 9.
2 items at large and 8 still, though. Oh, that is... I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. And I guess at this point you're thinking, we're at the hour-and-a-half mark.
And Dr. J did take that staircase. Pushing through the wall. So this Goma is not what has it. You have to push through this wall as well.
Push through the south. Oof, gets a beautiful Goma kill though.
A very nice kill there.
He's gonna do a transport stair. He's gonna say no. Oh, he's making the play. He's doing the right play.
Very nice. This is the room with the silvers. No, this is the room with the blue banana. The one south of here is the silvers. Okay.
So he sees scrap metal. Oh, I bet for a second he was like, oh, wait, wrong blue thing.
Right. Yeah, he's going to check the other one. So this is the silvers, the room he's in right now.
And he knows where the triangle is. Boy, what a difference in time in that 8.
Yeah, I mean, having that wand really helped out. Helped clear those Gorillas faster. Helped clear the Manhandlas a lot easier. So now he's got to get that Triforce. He's got to get back to level 6, grab that triangle really fast. He's got a lot of time to make up in level 9. Maligord already found the compass in level 9 to know where Zelda is. Just got to find Ganon at this point and kill Ganon. Maligord doing the Hail Mary, trying to see if Ganon is a next door neighbor to Zelda.
I mean, he's the worst. At worst, he's going to path his way to Zelda, so he'll know how to get there later. But yeah, no pig over here by the looks of it.
And Dr. J's probably about a minute away from picking up his Triforce in level 8. He does have enough bombs to clear that Dodongo room in level 6.
Back to Dodongo 2.0. Wow, 2 of those block rooms side by side. Bomb drop. Oh, red bubbles. Watch out.
And that's kind of vanilla, because that's also a thing in second quest level 9, vanilla.
That claustrophobic feeling. Of course it's Wizrobes in 9. One last send-off.
Oh no.
Wait.
Dr. J is past the Triforce. I wonder if he forgot the room that it's in.
Oh, guacamole. Come on, buddy. Check the map. Go south.
Oh. Well, he knows he hasn't been north of here. He knows it can't be that. Okay, so he's definitely gonna check it. He's got to.
Yeah, he's routing back. Here we go. Nope. One south. Yes.
Yeah, it's this one.
Dr. J gets his triangle out of 8. Oh, we also had his triangle out of 4. My bad on the tracking, everybody. Update that.
And Maligord having quite a time finding Ganon in this level 9. It doesn't have a ton of it left. I think just the southwest, honestly.
So at this point, we know our items, right?
And we have a pig sighting, or we hear pig anyway. Yes, we know that.
Yeah.
What are items?
Yeah, we know that 1 had our power bracelet and our raft, 2 had our ladder, 3 had our. What was 3? Lord Banana?
3 was. That's a good question. No, 5 was the banana.
Okay. Our.
And here's Ganon. Or Maligord.
Here is Ganon.
So he's gonna need 7 hits with that wand, and then a silver arrow shot to finish Ganon.
Trying to get that stun lock there, but he gets it. And ladies and gentlemen, we have bacon on Maligord's side of the screen. So now Maligord knows how to get to the kidnap. So we are very, very, very close to the end of Dr. J v Maligord.
Yeah, Maligord knows the exact path here. Dr. J gonna come up just a little bit short, but what a great comeback that Dr. J made there toward the end. It was looking like it was going to be a lot more of a gap between the two.
Oh no! His last bomb, he missed.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said anything. And unfortunately, those 2 Dodongos that Dr. J killed are going to come back because he didn't clear the room.
Left. All right, everybody, get your GGs in chat from Maligord. Picking up the bombs first. There we go. Antlers, do you have the official SRL on that?
I was kicked out of the IRC room. I'm trying to reconnect here.
Yeah, same. Ah, 1:42:48 is our official SRL time for Maligord.
Yeah, that one just happened to be the last thing that really both of them found. So, well, I guess Dr. J found the silvers last, but
Painful digs at a 7 and 8 for Maligord. Paid off, obviously, in the long run. Rainbow Road was our flute tune today. Some Mario Kart going on there. And we are joined by Maligord. GG Maligord.
GG.
Maligord likely setting up here, but we do have Dr. J back in level 6 to get that triangle. Gonna clear that Dodongo room. We're gonna get another stab at it. Shouldn't see any issues with 11 bombs this time.
The first thing I wanted to hear when I came into this room was that Dodongo room.
You sure it wasn't level 8 in general?
Well, level 8 had plenty of cuss words too, but the first cuss word of the seed was when that Dodongo sprouted up right after that Dig Dogger in level.
Yeah, that was a pretty troll spot because you'd already had to leave there once because of the recorder. Or that was actually Dr. J that had to leave once because of the recorder. But yeah, you have to use that recorder, and then right after that you got the Dodongos. Pretty awful setup.
Yeah, it's kind of a commentator's moment where we're like, oh, and Maligord's got the recorder. He's gonna do this, and oh.
So go through the seed there with us. What you thought of it, what you were thinking, kind of throughout, and how you were thinking you were comparing to Dr. J as far as.
It started out, it was a dream. It's except for the Lionels, of course, Lionels and Darknuts everywhere on that overworld. I took a couple small deaths, but I figured he would too. I think just about anyone in this tournament would take those deaths. But I mean, it was just a dream start. Penny bombs. I haven't seen penny bombs in any flag set for a month and a half or so. That was insane. Then level 1, it was real quick, even with only the blue candle. Level 3 had the red candle once I got up there. Just a dream start.
Yeah, the momentum did swing several times in the beginning. At first, Dr. J kind of took an early lead because Dr. J found the any key and then the bow really early in level 6. Then it kind of shifted in your direction because you found the ladder in level 2, you found the red candle in level 3. But then Dr. J quickly kind of caught up on those finds. So we kind of thought he was in the lead again a little bit because he had the bow. But then you really did kind of pull away by quite a bit there. As Dr. J was having some trouble in level 8 and level 7. Dr. J never did find the red ring in level 7. He ended up coming back a little bit toward the end because he actually had the wand in level 8 and was able to cut quite a bit of time off of his level 8 because of that. So he spent quite a bit less time in there, but he was a lot better equipped with the wand. So how do you feel about that level 8?
It was the worst. I mean, one of the worst layouts I have seen, not only in this flag set, just in many other flag sets. That was just awful. But it was made worse by the fact that I was inverted for most of the time. This is how bad it was. I was so inverted that when I came out of level 8 and was looking for level 4, I couldn't stop doing inverted, even though I wasn't, because I got the Triforce.
Yeah, we were wondering if you were going to blow a charge of that potion just to get rid of the inversion.
I did think about it, and I really should have. When I took that death down in the bottom right corner, you know, I knew I was low on health, and I was telling myself better get that potion, but I thought I could handle it.
Yeah, that's exactly where we mentioned it. When you took that death, we were saying you got to think he might be thinking about using a charge of that potion right now, to get rid of that inversion, and he's a little bit low on health, and then it happened right after. But Dr. J finds his Triforce in level 6, so he is going to be off to level 9. And he's going to be finishing up the seed pretty quickly here, I would suspect. Unfortunately, Ganon and Zelda are in opposite corners of the dungeon.
I didn't know what was happening with the race because I got kicked out of the SRL room, and
everybody did.
And when I came back, it said, you know, I couldn't join the room because I was banned, and so I kind of left it like that for a good 20 minutes while I was in 8. So when I came out of 8, I like quickly had to jump back into the room and check and see, did I lose? No, okay, I'm still alive.
Yeah, that we were wondering about that because we both got kicked out of the room as well. So, but yeah, it was a pretty fun seed. Both Power Bracelet and the Recorder were required. We had confirmed that the Recorder was required pretty early in the seed, actually, because Dr. J found that Dig Dogger a lot earlier than you did. He found it, like, 6 was, I think, the second dungeon that he found.
Yeah, for a second I was thinking that 4 might be Raft Block, too.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking, we were kind of speculating a lot of different places. Radplaid Dad informed me that we had seen both the raft spots, so we were trying to figure out where it was going to be. We were thinking maybe Deadwoods, Recorder spots. We were thinking the burn bush that you have to do the bush clip to burn and get into, unless you gotta or else you got to go all the way around. It ended up being the grave spot, obviously, which was the last place people checked.
Actually, that was actually an accident. I was close to start at the whistle spot there, and I got picked up by the cyclone by accident, and it took me to level 7. And I'm like, okay, I guess while I'm here, I'll just wrap back around and check these whistle spots. And 4 was right there when I did it. I was like,
wow.
Well,
wow.
Good lucky there.
Yeah, very fortuitous.
No, I had the only spots I had left to check for level 4 was vanilla level 4, and then the 2 whistle spots in the Deadwoods in the south. I guess one of those is technically considered the grave, and then vanilla level 7. So those were my spots that were left.
Yeah, we knew you couldn't have a ton of spots left at that point.
Dr. J crawling through this 9 here. We do know Zelda's in the top right and Ganon's in the bottom left, so he's making his way through some claustrophobic paths here.
Yeah, he's gonna find Zelda up here. Unfortunately, he's got to go all the way back to the bottom left to get the bacon.
So here's that shutter door that will not open after all these ropes are dead.
So were you a little worried when you found that wand in level 4?
A little bit, because it was, you know, one of my last places, but the whistle was buried up on Death Mountain, so I thought maybe he wouldn't go up there very early to get the whistle and then find level 4, and then, of course, the wand was way down there. It was blocked by that beefy Manhandla, it was blocked by some whiz ropes. I mean, it wasn't even easy once you found for it to get down to that wand.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't free, that's for sure. You had to go through a lot of the dungeon, and there were some rooms that could be a little tricky in there. So looking ahead, I don't want to spoil anything for you if you haven't seen the result yet, but do you know who your opponent is going to be?
Just saw that Fred beat RBG by 20 or 30 seconds.
Yep. So
Wow.
it is going to be Maligord
Sorry,
versus
I shouldn't have
Fred.
said that for for anyone in the chat that wanted to watch it. I apologize, but I'm still gonna go back and watch it with that because that sounds like a really good race.
Yeah, I had it on my other screen throughout this race, just kind of keeping track of the progress and watching who was gonna win. But yeah, it's a great race for anyone who wants to watch more of the action and didn't get to catch that one. How do you feel about going up against Fred, the creator himself?
Well, I had him in the Swiss in the Pentaforce tournament that earlier, so a little bit of revenge may be coming. But still, that RBG, he just dodging me at every stage. We set it up so that he can be right there and we can meet in the round of 16, and he dodges me again.
Yeah, just RBG. You just gotta stop being scared of Maligord. Gotta, at some point, RBG, you're gonna have to play Maligord, dude.
I'm still trying to get RBG to make the commentators really work for it that night.
Everybody calling out RBG tonight. But
the typical night in our community.
Right. Pretty much.
Yeah, we love that guy. It's all out of love.
Alright, so Dr. J, looking around a bit, but we do know the right answer is southwest. So these red bubbles kind of hunting him down like Pac-Man. Oh, he gets hit. That blue bubble's the cure, though. Luckily, the answer is right in there. That fire is making it not fun to be inverted.
Yeah, so luckily he doesn't have too much else to check in this dungeon. He's gonna probably find this pig pretty quick here. Trying to get rid of his curse here. The blue bubble, of course, is staying away from him while all the other red bubbles are coming straight forward.
Ah, shoot.
Yeah, it's actually a really minor concern with everything you can get in these flag sets, but I didn't see many enemies that were very light on health.
Well, with one rupee bombs, it's not near as much of a concern as it otherwise would be.
Oh, absolutely, I used that bomb shop early, but still like those ropes were 5 hit points, so you couldn't kill the Vires with a bomb. Of course, the manhandle has always seemed to come off beefy. I guess I didn't kill the Dark Nuts or the Lionels very much. They could have been a little light, but
yeah, there were a lot of enemies that rolled up. I think the red gorillas were 4 HP. It seems like there was another one that was pretty high. The gels rolled up, and that's never fun. So
I think better than an early wand in this tournament in Swordless is an early red candle, because just the going out and resetting rooms over and over again to kill the Keith's rooms and the gel rooms I think that's a huge time waste. I think that's a huge time save once you get that red candle.
Well, I definitely agree that the red candle is absolutely one of the best finds you could have. I don't know if I'd go quite as far as to agree that it'd be bigger than the early wand, but yeah, I mean, red candle, that's absolutely one of the top 3 items that you could find immediately in this flag set. Yeah, wand, red candle, and bow, in my opinion, are probably the 3 best right off the bat. with any key being right there in the mix.
Yeah, especially if you have second quest.
Yeah, second quest dungeons makes any key so much more valuable, and it's always nice when you find the any key on the especially if you have full second quest where it's all the dungeons are second quest dungeons. It can take so much time to farm keys out of those dungeons.
Yeah, that seems to be all my practice seeds are have been full second quest. I haven't seen much first quest in my practice.
Well, that's good. I've thought about starting in all my practice to force the. I already forced mirrored overworld, but I've been thinking about starting to force all second quest dungeons as well. Just because it can really make you think about your key usage, your bomb usage. Everything is at a pre.
Ah, yes, that final troll there. You hear
Yeah.
Ganon's roar, and then you go left, and you get locked in with wizrobes and bubbles and everything.
Yeah, the good thing is Dr. J does know the path now. All he's got to do is get back to that room, finish off Ganon, and rescue Zelda, and he will be finished. So we've got a lot of tournament races tomorrow going on as well as we wait for Dr. J to make his way back to Ganon. There are several races I think on the docket for tomorrow.
Oh, he's out of bombs. That's why he up 8 out of the room there.
Yeah, there was no way to get out of there for him. He had to.
So he hears the roar. This is the room you hear the roar in, right? And then
Yeah, with those
Ganon's-
two wizrobes. Yeah, he's
Ganon's
got it
right here. Yep.
So trying to get him in the stun lock in the corner there. Has the stun lock. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5, 6, and we have a very good fight from Dr. J there, getting that instant stun lock. And he's just going to be heading up to the opposite end of this dungeon, and he will be finished. So overall, Dr. J, he was very impressive there with how he came back. He handled that 8 really, really well compared to obviously what it can do to you. So that's definitely nothing to hang his head about there. He just kind of had some tough luck trying to dig those level 7 and level 8 early. Got trolled in level 6, having to go back twice. Just a few things that kind of gave Maligord the edge there. Both runners played the seed very well, though.
I think one of the best things about this seed was there were 3 or 4 really early Triforce in the dungeon. So after that, it was just, rush through, find those staircases, and you didn't have to really kill a whole lot.
Right, and it was nice not having to worry about keys at all, and that money was pretty good this seed. We had a good medium secret, had a decent large secret, and you didn't really need to buy a whole lot. With bombs being 1 rupee, made it really manageable. And Dr. J enters Zelda's room, gonna pick up the bombs that Zelda's guarding, bomb her a couple times for good measure, and be finishing up this seed here. Get some GGs out in chat for Dr. J.
In Ganon's room. The real enemy.
And Dr. J.
Do you have that SRL time?
He does finish with the time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 27 seconds. And we're seeing if Dr. J wants to come in for an interview here. So while we're waiting to see if Dr. J is going to come in for an interview, I'm going to go over what we've got going on tomorrow in the All Boards No Swords tournament. Tomorrow at sorry, my military time's a little rusty. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, we have Fury SK versus King Doll. That's gonna be we don't have restream channels for any of these yet, so we've got Fury SK and King Doll. Channel to be determined at 3 o'clock Eastern. At 8 o'clock Eastern, we have Alsoa versus X Ice Blue. These are all still winners bracket matchups, or both of those were. At 9 o'clock Eastern, we have Dark Fowls versus Fry Teeth. That one is the bonus bracket. It's a bonus bracket matchup. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern, we have Zeb Gedney versus just some bad, not important.
Yeah, you know.
So it is Zeb Gedney versus myself. So yeah, if you want to see Zeb Gedney put me down, then I guess you can watch that one. But anyway, I'm trying to see. We're still waiting to see if Dr. J is going to come in for an interview here. But again, GG to Maligord. Do you have any other thoughts on the?
No, I think you said it all. Level 8 needs to just, back off for a little bit. But thank you for the restream, and thank you guys for the commentary and the tracking and everything you guys do.
No problem. Thanks for giving us a great race.
Definitely, it was a very fun race to watch. Throughout the whole thing, it was never really decided until the very end. It was looking like we might have a comeback there, so it kept us on our toes. So looks like I don't know if that's for sure, but it looks like we're not gonna get a Dr. J interview? ? Yeah, no, we're not going to get a Dr. J interview. He has politely declined to interview. So other than that, RPD, you have any other thoughts or things you want to say about the seed?
No, it was great having a little bit of time with you, Antlers, talking about the seed and obviously GG to the runners. Maligord and Dr. J putting on a great show, and of course thanks to our restream Lord of the Synth. But I'm good.
Oh, actually, looks like Dr. J is coming for an interview.
Yeah, we're gonna rewind this conversation in 1 and there's Dr. J, PhD. GG, Dr. J.
Hey, GG, Dr. J.
Thank you. And yeah, just like I said in the comments, screw you, game.
Yeah. So yeah, the seed was it started off, innocent enough with the any key being the Armos item, giving you that real quick bow in level 6. But obviously, there were some very trolly parts later in the seed.
Oh yeah.
Particularly, I think level 7 and level 8 were kind of mean to you. What did you think about that overall? Particularly,
I mean, 8 was probably the worst because I just kept on going right into it and getting bonked by the red bubbles without even realizing. Oh, second quest for dungeons also means second quest doors.
Yeah, the first time you were in there, we actually mentioned that there were a couple of walls you could have pushed, and we didn't see it push, and we didn't know if you remembered that or if you were going to go back to do it. So we were glad to see that you did end up remembering that. But yeah, I mean, it might have. Well, we don't know really if it would have been a blessing or a curse to really get much further in there at that point, because you didn't really have much to dig it with either
Yeah,
at that
exactly.
point. So
yeah, and burning through bombs and arrows wouldn't have been the most sustainable approach there.
yeah, and you were getting some rotten bomb luck too. It took you forever to get a bomb drop. We both noticed that. Um, but what I will say is it was really impressive how fast you tackled that level 8 after you got back in there. You actually did spend a lot less time in level 8 when you actually went back in than Maligord did. Maligord spent a ton of time in that level 8, so.
Practically full cleared.
Oof. Yeah, that's not a dungeon you want to get stuck in either.
Yeah, and I think another correct decision that you made, you had a wealth of rupees, and you decided to buy the blue ring, and you decided not to dig level 7, which ended up being good, because level 7 had the red ring, but it was a nightmare to get to.
Yeesh. Yeah, I was actually kind of hoping it was in 9 so I'd find it, but if it was that deep in 7, then yeah, it wouldn't have been worth the time.
Yeah, Maligord. Those were the two places that Maligord spent a lot of time. Was level 7 digging out that red ring, and level 8 digging out the silvers. And then he had been in the room with the Triforce, but didn't actually clear it the first time. So he spent quite a bit more time looking for the Triforce.
Yeah, sometimes the right call is the one you make when you're underprepared for the level. It's like, nah, I'm good with this. Maybe I'll come back.
Right.
Yeah, these flags are not easy at all.
No, not at all. And nothing is ever a given with them either. You can get something that could be relatively tame. You could get something that looks like it's going to be tame, like tonight when you find the any key and 1 rupee bombs, and then you have a level 7 and a level 8 like we had tonight. It's just a nightmare.
Yep.
Luckily, I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said yep.
Now, you actually made the right play in level 8, and it was another thing that was impressive because if I had found the Triforce in level 8 when you did, I would have picked up the Triforce and said peace and gone to level 9. Um, and hoping I got either the silvers or the book and a hint for silvers in level 9. But you stuck it out and you did find those silvers, so you made the right play there too.
Yeah, I figured when I'd seen as much as I did of 7 or 8, I mean, and hadn't even seen either of the. Well, actually, I think I would have seen the magical boomerang. But yeah, when I saw that, I thought I was in really good shape.
You definitely made the right play there. So looking ahead here, I'm looking at the bracket, and let's see, you all are number 27. I'm trying to see where you're gonna end up, but I don't see where you're gonna be. Sorry about that.
You could be somewhere.
Yeah, so I was gonna get your thoughts on who your opponent was gonna be if I could find it, but I'm not seeing where you're gonna end up, so I apologize.
It's okay. I'm sure I'll be somewhere.
Yeah, it'll whoever it is, it'll be a good race, I'm sure. And the good news is you'll avoid that first round in the bonus bracket by virtue of being in the second round in the top bracket. So, as far as that goes, do you have anything else that you want to say about the seed or any other thoughts?
That was pretty much a survive in advance kind of scene there.
Yeah, it was not one of the more friendly seeds, especially with given how it started out. It looked like it was going to be nice, and then 7 and 8 said not so fast.
Yeah, but that's what we can do, especially in the second quest 7 and 8.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we are good to go.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us there, Dr. J and GG again. Again, it
Yeah,
was
GG.
it was really impressive to see that comeback that you put on. You were making it. You were definitely making it interesting there toward the end. Maligord was just a little bit too far ahead at that point to come back, but I think you got a great shot to get your next round and get back on the horse there. So. Um, Otherwise, I think we are about wrapped up here. Thank you to Lord of Synth for doing the restream, and thank you to the runners for giving us a great show. And
Sure.
thank you to Radplat Dad for doing both commentary and tracking tonight, pulling the double duty for us. That's a lot more difficult than it seems. Trust me, I've done it. So. Thanks again to everybody for watching, and Radplat Dad, I'll let you.
Yeah, thank you, Antlers, for obviously being co-commentator. And again, thank you to the runners, Dr. J. Maligord for a great run, and Lord Synth for being our restream. Everybody, we'll see you. We got a lot of all boards, no swords left to play out there. And we encourage you to come on in, be a part of the community, see what it's all about, or join us next time. Until then, we will see you soon here on Randomania. Good
Good night, everybody.